The clock has struck midnight, and a brand new year lies ahead waiting to be written. Imagine this: the next 12 months could be the most extraordinary, life changing chapter you've ever experienced. 2025 isn't just another year, it's a fresh canvas, an opportunity to break free from old patterns and embrace a version of yourself you've only dreamed of. But here's the twist: there's one small yet powerful step you can take today to set everything in motion. Yes, one step. And in this video, we're about to reveal exactly what that step is and how it can transform your entire year. But before we dive in, let's explore a fact that might surprise you. Did you know that research shows over 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by mid-February? Most people start the year full of hope, energy, and big goals, only to lose their momentum when the initial excitement fades. Why does this happen? Because they try to overhaul their entire life at once. The truth is, success doesn't come from grand gestures or sudden overhauls. It's built on small, deliberate actions repeated consistently. And today you'll discover the one action that has the power to change everything without overwhelming you. Now, you might be wondering, why this one step? What makes it so effective? That's where the magic lies. We're not talking about generic advice like work harder or think positive. This is about tapping into proven psychological principles and lesser known habits that high achievers and visionaries have used for centuries. These principles have quietly shaped the success stories of some of the most remarkable individuals in history. And by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start your own success story. You'll learn how to identify the single step that's right for you, customized to your life and goals. You'll also uncover why starting small creates a ripple effect, leading to greater confidence, resilience, and results. And if you stick with us until the end, we'll share a little known story about how one seemingly insignificant decision led to an extraordinary transformation. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. So, whether you're looking to grow your career, improve your health, strengthen your relationships, or simply find more joy and fulfillment in life, this video is your starting point. This is your guide to stepping into 2025 with clarity, purpose, and the momentum to achieve the life you've always wanted. And it all begins with one step. Just one. Welcome to our channel, where we're dedicated to helping you unlock your full potential and live the life you deserve. If you're ready to take control of your destiny and make 2025 the year everything changes, then hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's make this journey together, starting right now. The clock has struck midnight, and a brand new year lies ahead, waiting to be written. Imagine this: the next 12 months could be the most extraordinary, life-changing chapter you've ever experienced. 2025 isn't just another year, it's a fresh canvas, an opportunity to break free from old patterns and embrace a version of yourself you've only dreamed of. But here's the twist: there's one small yet powerful step you can take today to set everything in motion. Yes, one step. And in this video, we're about to reveal exactly what that step is and how it can transform your entire year. But before we dive in, let's explore a fact that might surprise you. Did you know that research shows over 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by mid-February? Most people start the year full of hope, energy, and big goals, only to lose their momentum when the initial excitement fades. Why does this happen? Because they try to overhaul their entire life at once. The truth is, success doesn't come from grand gestures or sudden overhauls. It's built on small, deliberate actions repeated consistently. And today, you'll discover the one action that has the power to change everything without overwhelming you. Now, you might be wondering, why this one step? What makes it so effective? That's where the magic lies. We're not talking about generic advice like work harder or think positive. This is about tapping into proven psychological principles and lesser known habits that high achievers and visionaries have used for centuries. These principles have quietly shaped the success stories of some of the most remarkable individuals in history. And by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start your own success story. You'll learn how to identify the single step that's right for you, customized to your life and goals. You'll also uncover why starting small creates a ripple effect, leading to greater confidence, resilience, and results. And if you stick with us until the end, we'll share a little known story about how one seemingly insignificant decision led to an extraordinary transformation. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. So whether you're looking to grow your career, improve your health, strengthen your relationships, or simply find more joy and fulfillment in life, this video is your starting point. This is your guide to stepping into 2025 with clarity, purpose, and the momentum to achieve the life you've always wanted. And it all begins with one step. Just one. Welcome to our channel, where we're dedicated to helping you unlock your full potential and live the life you deserve. If you're ready to take control of your destiny and make 2025 the year everything changes, then hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's make this journey together, starting right now. Simon Sinek. It's easy to get caught up in the allure of grand sweeping changes when we think about improving our lives. The idea of transforming everything at once feels exciting, almost intoxicating. But here's the reality: true, lasting success rarely comes from massive, immediate shifts. Instead, it's the small, consistent actions we take every single day that lead to the most profound changes over time. When you rescue that original idea from the impending freefall, think about this: a tiny drop of water on its own may seem insignificant, yet over time, those drops can carve canyons into solid rock. Similarly, small actions, repeated consistently, have a compounding effect. Each one builds on the last, slowly but surely reshaping the course of your life. This concept is often referred to as the compound effect, and it's a principle that many successful individuals live by, whether consciously or not. Psychologically, there's something incredibly powerful about starting small. When we set ambitious goals, our brains can easily become overwhelmed. Imagine standing at the base of a towering mountain, staring at the peak and thinking about how far you have to go. It's intimidating, right? That sense of overwhelm can paralyze us, making us less likely to take the first step. But when we shift our focus to something smaller, like taking the first few steps up the trail, it feels manageable. And once we start moving, momentum begins to build. This is why setting small, achievable goals is so effective. Psychologists often talk about the concept of micro goals. These are bite sized steps that feel easy to accomplish, yet they create a sense of progress. And that sense of progress, it's one of the most motivating forces for the human brain. Every time you complete a small task, your brain releases dopamine, the feel good chemical. That dopamine hit reinforces the behavior, making you want to keep going. It's like a positive feedback loop, and it's incredibly effective for building habits and maintaining motivation. Another critical aspect of starting small is how it builds confidence. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you cultivate through experience. Each small action you take, each little victory you achieve, sends a message to your brain: I can do this. Over time, these small wins accumulate, creating a solid foundation of self belief. And with that confidence, you're more likely to take on bigger challenges and stretch yourself further. Consider the journey of someone learning to run a marathon. They don't start by running 26 miles on day one. Instead, they begin with a single mile or even just a brisk walk. As their endurance builds, so does their confidence. Each small step forward reinforces the belief that they're capable of achieving more. By the time race day arrives, they've not only built the physical stamina to complete the marathon, but also the mental resilience to push through any challenges along the way. Starting small also teaches us the value of patience and persistence. In a world that glorifies instant gratification, the ability to delay rewards and focus on long term growth is a rare and valuable skill. When you commit to small, consistent actions, you're training yourself to value the process, not just the outcome. And it's within the process that real transformation occurs. There's also a practical advantage to beginning with manageable steps. It reduces the risk of burnout. When we try to do too much too quickly, we often exhaust ourselves and give up before seeing any results. But when we take a slower, steadier approach, we're more likely to stick with it. Think of it as building a fire. If you pile on too much wood at once, the flame suffocates and goes out. But if you add kindling gradually, allowing the flame to grow, it burns steadily and becomes unstoppable. This concept applies to every area of life, from personal development to professional success. Let's take the example of someone wanting to improve their health. Instead of trying to overhaul their diet overnight or committing to an intense workout routine they can't sustain, they start small. Maybe they drink one extra glass of water each day or add a short walk to their daily routine. These actions may seem insignificant in isolation, but over time, they lead to noticeable improvements in energy, mood, and overall well being. And as those small changes become habits, they create a ripple effect, inspiring further positive actions. Starting small also helps us develop resilience. When we aim for small, consistent progress, setbacks feel less catastrophic. If you miss one day of working toward your goal, it's easier to get back on track because you haven't invested all your energy into one big, high stakes effort. This resilience is crucial because setbacks are inevitable. They're a natural part of any journey, and the key to success is not avoiding them, but learning how to bounce back. There's a beautiful paradox here. While small actions may feel insignificant in the moment, they have the power to transform your entire life. Take the example of saving money. Putting aside a few dollars each day might not feel like much, but over months and years, it adds up. Eventually, that small daily habit could fund a dream vacation, provide a financial safety net, or even open the door to new opportunities. The same principle applies to skills, relationships, and personal growth. Every small effort contributes to something much larger than itself. Even the act of starting itself carries immense power. When you take that first step, no matter how small, you're breaking free from inertia. You're shifting from a state of planning and dreaming to a state of action. And that shift is what sets everything else in motion. It's the catalyst for change, the spark that ignites the fire. So it's also worth noting that starting small doesn't mean thinking small. In fact, it's quite the opposite. By focusing on manageable steps, you're laying the groundwork for achieving big, audacious goals. Each small action is a building block, a piece of the larger puzzle. Over time, those pieces come together to create something extraordinary. In many ways, starting small is an act of self compassion. It acknowledges that change is hard and that you don't have to do everything at once. It gives you permission to grow at your own pace without the pressure of perfection or the fear of failure. And in that space of compassion and patience, you create the conditions for true, lasting transformation. The journey toward transformation begins with one crucial question: what is the first step you'll take? It might seem like a simple decision, but this single step holds the power to set everything in motion. Choosing the right step is about more than just picking something random. It's about selecting an action that's both meaningful and realistic, one that aligns with who you are and where you want to go. The key to identifying your one step is clarity. Start by reflecting on your long term aspirations. What does success look like for you? Perhaps it's achieving better health, advancing in your career, deepening relationships, or finding more inner peace. Once you have a clear vision, think about how that vision connects to your core values. Your values act as a compass, guiding you toward actions that feel authentic and fulfilling. When your step aligns with these values, it becomes more than a task, it becomes a commitment to your truest self. Choosing a meaningful step doesn't have to be overwhelming. Begin by breaking down your larger goals into smaller, manageable parts. For example, if your goal is to improve your physical health, the overarching aim might seem daunting. But instead of focusing on the end result, ask yourself, what's one thing I can do today to move in the right direction? Maybe it's drinking an extra glass of water, or swapping a sugary snack for a healthier alternative, or committing to a short 10-minute walk. These actions might seem minor, but they represent the starting point for a larger transformation. Similarly, if your focus is on career growth, think about the one skill or habit that could make a difference. Is there a course you've been meaning to take or a book you've wanted to read? Could you spend just 15 minutes updating your resume or networking with a colleague? These small, focused steps might not feel monumental in the moment, but they're laying the groundwork for bigger opportunities down the line. In personal development, the principle remains the same. Suppose you're striving for greater mindfulness and balance in your life. Your first step could be as simple as setting aside 5 minutes each morning for quiet reflection or meditation. If you're looking to strengthen your relationships, a meaningful first step might be sending a thoughtful message to a loved one or setting a weekly reminder to check in with a friend. These actions are small, but their impact can ripple outward, influencing your overall sense of connection and well being. The beauty of starting with one step is its flexibility. It's not about finding the perfect action, it's about choosing something that feels right for you right now. There's no universal formula, no one size fits all solution. What matters is that the step resonates with your current situation and priorities. By focusing on what feels manageable and meaningful, you create a foundation that's uniquely tailored to your journey. If you rely on foundation that's uniquely tailored to your journey, it's also important to ensure that your step is realistic. Ambition is a wonderful thing, but when it's not grounded in reality, it can lead to frustration and burnout. A realistic step is one that fits into your daily routine, requires minimal effort to begin, and feels achievable given your current circumstances. If your schedule is packed, committing to an hour-long workout every day might not be feasible, but a 5-minute stretch in the morning, that's something you can build on. To make your step even more impactful, try connecting it to a specific goal or outcome. For instance, instead of saying, I want to be healthier, define what that means to you. Is it about having more energy, feeling stronger, sleeping better? Once you've identified your goal, choose a step that directly contributes to it. This creates a sense of purpose and direction, making it easier to stay motivated. Let's take an example from the realm of finances. If your goal is to save more money, your one step could be setting up an automatic transfer of a small amount into your savings account each week. Even if it's just a few dollars, that consistent action will add up over time, and the habit itself reinforces a mindset of financial responsibility. Similarly, if your goal is to reduce debt, your first step might be listing out all your debts in one place. This simple act of organizing your finances can feel empowering and set the stage for more significant progress. In relationships, the process of identifying a meaningful step can be equally transformative. Maybe you've been meaning to spend more quality time with your family. Your first step could be scheduling a weekly family dinner or dedicating one evening a week to unplug and connect. These small actions create space for deeper bonds and a stronger sense of togetherness. For those looking to cultivate a new skill or hobby, the same principles apply. Imagine you've always wanted to learn a new language. Instead of diving into hours of study, start with a single word or phrase each day. Download a language learning app and commit to spending 5 minutes exploring it. Over time, those minutes add up, and before you know it, you've built a foundation that makes more advanced learning feel achievable. When you choose your step, it's also helpful to consider the ripple effect it can have. Sometimes one small action unlocks a cascade of positive changes. For example, committing to a short morning walk might not only improve your physical health, but also boost your mood, increase your focus, and inspire you to make healthier choices throughout the day. By starting with one manageable action, you open the door to a series of interconnected improvements. Another critical factor in selecting your step is to make it something you can commit to consistently. Consistency is where the magic happens. It's not about doing something perfectly, it's about showing up day after day and putting in the effort. Even when progress feels slow, even when the results aren't immediately visible, the act of staying consistent is what drives long term change. As you consider your one step, remember that it's okay to start small. In fact, starting small is often the most powerful approach. By focusing on a single action, you remove the overwhelm that comes with trying to tackle too much at once. You give yourself permission to begin without the pressure of perfection. And in doing so, you create the conditions for growth, momentum, and eventual transformation. Identifying your one step is about more than just taking action. It's about setting an intention for the year ahead. It's about choosing to prioritize yourself, your goals, and your dreams. And with that choice, you take the first step toward the life you've always envisioned. Taking that first step is powerful, but the real transformation happens when you integrate it into your daily life. Implementation is where intention meets action, and it's crucial to make this step a seamless part of your routine. When something becomes habitual, it stops feeling like a task and starts becoming second nature. This shift is the key to long term success. To begin, consider the simplest way to fit your chosen step into your existing schedule. Look for moments in your day that naturally align with the action you want to take. For example, if your step is to drink more water, you might start by having a glass first thing in the morning or pairing it with each meal. If you're focusing on mindfulness, perhaps a few deep breaths before you get out of bed, or a short meditation during your lunch break could work. The idea is to attach your new habit to something you already do, making it easier to remember and follow through. Consistency is crucial, but it doesn't happen by accident. One effective strategy is setting reminders. Use your phone, a planner, or sticky notes to prompt you to take your step at specific times. These gentle nudges help keep your goal at the forefront of your mind, especially in the early stages when the habit is still forming. Over time, these reminders won't be necessary because the action will become automatic. Tracking your progress is another powerful tool. When you see evidence of your efforts building up, it reinforces your commitment and keeps you motivated. This can be as simple as marking an X on a calendar each day you complete your step, creating a checklist, or using a habit tracking app. Watching those streaks grow is a tangible reminder of how far you've come, and it adds a sense of accomplishment to the process. Accountability can also make a significant difference. Share your step with someone you trust, a friend, family member, or even an online community. Let them know what you're working on and ask for their support. Having someone to check in with creates a layer of responsibility, making it more likely that you'll stick to your plan. If possible, find someone with similar goals and work together. The shared experience can be incredibly motivating and rewarding. As you work toward integrating your step, don't underestimate the importance of celebrating small victories. Each time you follow through, acknowledge it. Whether it's a mental well done or a small reward, celebrating your efforts reinforces the behavior. These moments of recognition create positive associations with your actions, making you more likely to continue. Remember, progress doesn't have to be perfect. There will be days when things don't go as planned, and that's okay. What matters is getting back on track and staying committed to the process. By making your step part of your daily routine, tracking your progress, maintaining accountability, and celebrating your wins, you'll create a strong foundation for growth. Each day, you'll be one step closer to achieving the change you desire, and that steady momentum will carry you forward. Challenges are an inevitable part of any journey toward change. No matter how motivated you are at the start, obstacles like procrastination, self doubt, and unexpected setbacks will arise. The key is not to avoid these challenges, but to face them with strategies that help you move forward. Understanding and preparing for these moments is a vital part of maintaining your progress. Procrastination often creeps in when a task feels too big or overwhelming. Even the smallest step can seem daunting when your mind starts to magnify the effort required. One effective way to tackle procrastination is by breaking your chosen step into even smaller pieces. For example, if your goal is to exercise daily, commit to just putting on your workout clothes or doing one stretch. Once you start, momentum often carries you further. The 2-minute rule is another useful approach. Commit to working on your step for just 2 minutes. This small time frame reduces resistance, and once you're engaged, it's easy to keep going. Self doubt is another common challenge, particularly when progress feels slow or invisible. It's easy to question whether your efforts are worthwhile or if you're capable of achieving your goals. In these moments, remind yourself why you started. Reflect on the reasons this step matters to you and the positive changes you've already made. Keeping a journal of small wins or writing down affirmations can help shift your mindset. These reminders act as anchors, grounding you in the belief that progress is happening even if it's not immediately visible. Flexibility is crucial when facing challenges. Life is unpredictable, and rigid plans can sometimes add unnecessary pressure. Instead, embrace a mindset of adaptability. If your original plan for the day doesn't work out, ask yourself, what's the next best thing I can do? Maybe your usual morning routine was disrupted, but you can still take a moment during lunch to focus on your step. Being flexible allows you to navigate obstacles without losing momentum. Equally important is practicing self compassion. Change is hard, and it's natural to stumble along the way. When setbacks happen, avoid harsh self criticism. Instead, treat yourself with the kindness you would offer a friend. Recognize that one off day doesn't define your journey. What matters is your ability to acknowledge the setback, learn from it, and keep moving forward. This approach not only builds resilience, but also strengthens your commitment to the process. Another effective strategy is seeking support. Sharing your challenges with someone who understands can be incredibly empowering. Whether it's a trusted friend, a mentor, or a community with similar goals, having someone to lean on can provide encouragement and perspective. They can remind you of your progress when self doubt creeps in and help you refocus when procrastination takes hold. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. By breaking tasks into smaller parts, addressing self doubt with positivity, staying flexible, and treating yourself with compassion, you'll develop the tools to navigate any obstacle. Each step forward strengthens your ability to keep going, turning challenges into stepping stones on your path to transformation. It's amazing how one small action can spark a chain reaction of positive changes in life. At first glance, a single step might seem insignificant, just a drop in the ocean, but in reality, that drop creates ripples spreading far beyond its original impact and touching areas you might never have expected. This ripple effect is one of the most powerful outcomes of starting small, and it's a reminder that even the simplest actions hold the potential to transform your life. Take the story of a man who wanted to get healthier but felt overwhelmed by the idea of a complete lifestyle overhaul. He decided to start with just one step: drinking an extra glass of water each day. At first, it was just about hydration, but as he began to feel the benefits, improved energy, better focus, he was inspired to take other small steps, like adding a short walk to his routine. Over time, those steps multiplied. His energy level soared, his mood improved, and he felt motivated to eat better and sleep more consistently. What began as a single glass of water evolved into a complete transformation of his health and well being. The ripple effect often works in subtle but profound ways. For example, imagine someone who feels stuck in their career and decides to commit just 10 minutes a day to learning a new skill. Initially, it might not seem like much. 10 minutes is hardly enough time to master anything. But as the days and weeks pass, that daily commitment adds up. They gain confidence in their abilities, start applying what they've learned, and eventually attract new opportunities. Perhaps it's a promotion, a job change, or even starting their own business. What began as a small, manageable effort became the catalyst for a complete career shift. The power of one step isn't limited to personal or professional growth, it can also impact relationships. Consider someone who feels disconnected from their family. They decide to start with a small gesture, sending a kind message to a loved one each morning. That simple act of reaching out opens the door to deeper conversations, more frequent interactions, and a renewed sense of closeness. Over time, what started as a single text message fosters a stronger, more supportive family bond. One of the reasons the ripple effect is so impactful is that it creates momentum. Success breeds success. When you see the positive results of one small action, it fuels your motivation to take the next step. This momentum builds over time, creating a snowball effect that carries you further than you ever imagined. It's not just about the action itself, it's about the mindset shift that occurs when you realize the power of consistent effort. History is full of examples of people who achieved extraordinary success by starting small. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, who began writing Harry Potter as a single mother living on government assistance. She didn't set out to create a global phenomenon, she simply committed to writing whenever she could, often in cafes while her child napped. Each small step, the time spent crafting characters, developing plots, and editing her work eventually led to one of the most beloved book series in history. Her story is a testament to the power of persistence and starting small. Another inspiring example is the story of a man who wanted to make a difference in his community. He began by picking up litter in his neighborhood during his morning walks. It was a small, solitary act, but it caught the attention of others. Soon his neighbors joined in, and together they transformed their local park into a clean, welcoming space. This ripple effect didn't just improve the environment, it strengthened the sense of community and inspired others to take action in their own neighborhoods. The beauty of the ripple effect is that it often extends far beyond your initial goal. When you take one small step, it influences not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. Imagine someone who decides to prioritize their mental health by practicing gratitude each day. Over time, this practice shifts their perspective, making them more positive and resilient. That positivity radiates outward, improving their interactions with friends, family, and colleagues. In turn, those people may feel inspired to adopt their own practices for well being, creating a cycle of positivity that continues to grow. Even in moments of doubt or uncertainty, the ripple effect reminds us of the power of action. Starting with one step today can set the tone for an entire year, or even a lifetime of success. It's about planting a seed and trusting that with time and care, it will grow into something extraordinary. Each small action is a vote for the person you want to become, and each vote strengthens your commitment to that vision. The impact of one step often surprises us because it's not always linear. Sometimes the connections and opportunities it creates are unexpected. For example, a woman who starts volunteering for a cause she cares about might meet someone who becomes a mentor, a friend, or even a business partner. That single step of volunteering doesn't just contribute to her community, It opens doors to new relationships and possibilities she hadn't considered. As you think about your own first step, consider the potential ripples it could create. What might that single action lead to in a week, a month, or a year? How could it influence not only your life, but also the lives of those around you? The possibilities are endless, and the journey begins with a single choice. In the end, the ripple effect of one step is a reminder that small actions matter. They create momentum, inspire change, and open doors to opportunities we can't always predict. When you take that first step, no matter how small, you're setting the stage for something far greater. It's a powerful way to begin, and it's the foundation for a successful 2025 and beyond. As we've explored throughout this video, the journey to transforming your life in 2025 begins with just one small, deliberate step. We've seen how starting small creates momentum, builds confidence, and sets the stage for lasting change. By choosing a meaningful and realistic action that aligns with your values, integrating it into your daily routine, and celebrating every victory along the way, you create the foundation for a year full of success and growth. Now it's your turn. What's the one step you'll take today to set 2025 in motion? Whether it's a tiny shift in your habits, a bold decision to pursue a dream, or simply committing to show up for yourself in a new way, that single action holds the power to spark a ripple effect that can transform every area of your life. This year is your blank canvas, filled with endless possibilities. Your potential is limitless, and every step you take brings you closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. So take that step today. Trust in the process, believe in your ability to create change, and watch as 2025 becomes the year everything shifts in your favor. Oh, if you found value in this video, please give it a like to let us know, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Together, let's make this the year we unlock our fullest potential. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. And remember, share and connection really is the best way to enhance your life.